Hi, welcome back to Job Opportunity. Today we have Ross Liu, who is a program manager at the Orange County Transportation Authority. Mr. Liu, how are you today?
I'm doing great. How about you, Noah? Thanks for
I'm,
having me.
I'm doing very well. The pleasure is all mine. Today we are asking you a few questions about your job, just what you do. To start off, can you just briefly explain your profession, just basically what a program manager is in a nutshell?
Okay, sure. I'm a program manager at the Orange County Transportation Authority, and I think it's important to first start off to share what the mission of Orange County Transportation Authority is so you can understand what it is I do. Our mission is to develop and deliver transportation solutions to enhance quality of life and keep Orange County moving. So that's what I do as a program manager. I manage a lot of transportation related improvements through design, planning, construction. They include freeways, local street, and railroad grade separations.
That's very cool. What is your career journey into becoming what you are at OCTA right now?
Well, the journey begins through college. So through college, I graduated as a civil engineer, and I knew that's what I wanted to do in terms of doing transportation improvements. And there, start off as a young engineer, learning as much as I can about transportation, eventually moving up from a designer to project engineer, project manager, and now into a program manager. And so originally I was a consultant for many years, um, 20 years, and now I'm with OCTA doing managing the projects with consultants.
What was your greatest challenge of becoming a program manager at a really big company like OCTA?
Well, the it was really good being right now a program manager at OCTA. So I've been in my business for 30 years. I've been with OCTA for 8 years. So 22 of those years was as a consultant working for public agencies, including OCTA, designing, managing the project. So certainly the transition to OCTA, managing programs now with consultants, what I used to be, was a fairly easy transition. Certainly some of the challenges I have at OCTA now as a program manager is working with other agencies and making sure that the partnership with them is going well and making sure they understand what we're delivering for the Orange County voters and making you best use of the taxpayers' money. So there are some challenges associated with that because different public agencies outside of the state have their own vendors that we need to accommodate, but at the same time, partner with them.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Um, what does an ordinary day look for you as a program manager? Like, what do you do on the daily?
Sure. So lots of meetings. The meetings could be through the phone, in person, and certainly through online now with the COVID situation. So about a portion of my time are coordinating with consultants that are working on my projects, my programs, to making sure that their meeting schedule and budget. The other portion of my time is interacting with my project managers. So I have two project managers working for me at OCTA, and I coordinate with them to ensure that they are also staying on top of budget and schedule for their projects. And the remaining portion is interacting internally with an OCTA within our department, my director, my executive director. And there's also times where I'm also presenting at committee meetings at OCTA and also to our board members, which is comprised of elected officials, including the county supervisors, mayors of different cities, and city councils.
Nice. So, what is one thing about your job that people like assume, but it's really not that true?
Sure. It's very common when I tell people that I work on transportation improvements within Orange County. They assume I build things. I'm a contractor. I build freeways, grade separation in the street, which is a compliment. Contractors have a hard job and they have a lot to do in terms of improving mobility, but that's not what I do. I actually manage the contractors.
So you're just boss man of all the operations out there.
I would like to say that I'm a partnering man. I partner with everybody.
Yes. So describe your most memorable highlight as a program manager and slash your like your biggest project you feel. Like what do you feel
Sure.
most accomplished?
So certainly, one of my fondest memory and biggest accomplishment, if I was to name one, was when I was still a consultant. I managed the widening of the Interstate 5 through Buena Park just before you reach LA County, so 2 miles there. So it was a 10-year involvement in which I led the design as a project manager, coordinated through construction from 1998 all the way to 2008, so 10 years. So if you look at the blueprints for that improvement, you'll see my name in the front cover with my engineering stamp. So that was a great accomplishment, big project, $200 million of construction at that time based on 1998 dollars. So 200 million is a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
Over 1,500 sheets of blueprint plans. So big accomplishments.
So what are really the qualities that you find as the best for being a program manager?
Certainly it takes a lot of skills to be a program manager. That's so I kind of highlight it a little bit. I have to start from the bottom in terms of, when I say the bottom is, learning at a young age of all the details and aspects of civil engineering and transportation, because there's so many components of it. It's just not one piece of that. So it took many years to learn that. And then from there, many years to manage a project, to understand all aspects of it. And then from there, moving on to managing a program comprising of many projects. But one thing that is consistent with all that is communication. It's really important to improve on communication early on, because all of these projects cannot be done individually. It's always a team effort. So learning to communicate well with your teammates and listening well from your supervisor, your lead project manager, it goes a long way. So to this day, I still emphasize a lot on how good communication is, and also listening. For me, I need to listen. I listen really well from the other agencies, my consultants, on what the issues are and how we resolve that, and also internally with our departments. So certainly building upon all the experience with good communication and good listening skills.
Wow. I guess you got to be a people person to do this, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, last question here, just to end it off. How's your job changed since COVID-19? I know this has been like a big issue for many people. Has your job changed? Has it not? How has it worked around COVID-19?
It actually hasn't changed much at all. In fact, if anything, I'm equally and just as busy. So one aspect of my work is I attend a lot of meetings. So a lot of the meetings used to be in person, and there's a lot of advantages to that. But also one of the biggest advantages is all the drive time, driving to other offices, driving to other agencies. So a lot of amount of time being on the road. Now, being remote, we can do a lot of video online meetings and just be as effective, efficient with good communication. And so what I do, a lot of my work is more communicating, verbal, written skills, more so than the hands-on. So that part of it hasn't changed, and we've been able to continue to meet our schedule and budget for all the projects that I'm managing. So not much has changed. If anything, we're learning how to be even more efficient, in my opinion. And so I think the good thing is that we're going to continue to do remote work even if they find a vaccine. So we'll probably continue working on a hybrid schedule. Even the vaccine is in place, so this way we can keep cars off the road, which is a good thing.
Wow. Thank you for your time, Mr. Liu. And we really just appreciate what you do for our county and Orange County, and just everything that you do. So pleasure.
Oh, you're welcome.
Pleasure to interview you.